truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. Going up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants.
All day. baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Set high 54. 91.
Mike 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Orbit.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On first down, it's Haskins.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
That's good for a Giants first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch 54.
Watch twist.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Giants! Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there. 56.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Watch the slant.
Rodgers now to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
319.
Mike 5-2. You gonna go night. Go night.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Check safety.
319.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
No. 319.
Right here. Tight on this side.
Hey, check 26.
To the left. Move.
Hey, seam 6.
Alert.
319.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Justin Watson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that's what I do. Check 43.
2nd down, Haskins. And Josh Hill has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on,
17 yards and a giant first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready? 54. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Makes the score Giants 14, Rams 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Now Kamara.
Kill.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Blue 58.
Use the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back.
Turnover on downs.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Shift. Check three. Go.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Big boys came out to play. Spin here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Through one quarter. Seven, our score.
You got 4 down, 4 down.
14, Rams 7.
On the double. You got 55. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Zoom.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Topper.
3rd down, here's Haskins. He finds Beckham, complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Man, that's trash.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Come on. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Haywood. Mike's feet.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Watch the screen. Pass.
New Mike 52. Mike 52.
Inside.
Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
Pilot, 64, weak.
It's a twist.
Now Rodgers. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
318. Back to norm. I got him. No, no, no. Check that. Check that. We're going Mike 52.
Go.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Rodgers now on first down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready, 50 to flat. Check, 55 to Mike.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Let's go.
Good job.
That's it.
Good job, baby.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, I'm coming.
They'll run here with Barber. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. 15 Lonnie. You don't want this. Jam him. Jam.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. It's caught by OBJ. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Night, sweetheart.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get ready. Get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Haskins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Yeah, baby.
Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Rams take
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Julio. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now it's Rodgers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go.
Kamara trying again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
58. Right there, 56. Hey, Mike. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Topper, topper.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
25, check 25.
Turn right. Get 300. Get 300.
Hey, wahoo! 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go one more.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, check 26.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12. Hey, tight end's right.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
A final shot before half for Rodgers.
Darnell Savage.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
Rodgers pass intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
Check, Mark.
60 out low.
Watch 55.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't. Trot. Mike, shut up.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Gets this one to Hill. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Lindsey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
3 buzz, 3.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 70 ending. I'm coming for you. You mine. Echo.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me. You better be
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey.
We got to get to the ball, D.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Los Angeles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Heavy on the edges.
Go to 50.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Jones has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. That catch is number 819 of his career and ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
319. Guys, it's game. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike, 52.
Rodgers now. Going to throw again. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Double dog, that's the way.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
319.
56.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Check 30.
Check 24.
319.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got Jack Doyle. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Running the jet sweep, this is Thielen with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. Now Rodgers. Eluding the press. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Aaron Rodgers. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Giants take over.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Third and 2.
Down. 5-4. Hey, Lobo. Mike's 5-4. 65. 65.
They'll try and run here with Barber, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter.
Two tights, two tights. Hey. We got three. Hey, Mike. 3 down.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
56 to Mike. Over.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Check.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, 88.
Let's go, defense.
Zip.
Here we go. Showing 8.
Check 30.
52.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Hey, 4 down.
Rodgers now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, L.A. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
10, touchdown. 55.
Here we go. Under 10. Under 10.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Get ready. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Off. Hey,
let's get this. 56 the mic.
3rd down. Here's Haskins.
Just like that. Just like that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Levante David. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
18.
Come off the ball hard.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Crash. Plant.
Motion.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Orbit.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Rodgers now throwing again. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
I know you feel that.
Justin Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
West, kill. Turn it up.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. He finds Beckham complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Check 52.
Another run by Lindsey. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Under crunch.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Stick on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
And bring it.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Giants, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the my son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life.